Hi everyone, this is Brad Wood. I'm doing a quick screencast series on what's new in CommandBox 4. So you may have seen some of the pictures and screenshots that show a lot of pretty colors. We have 256 color support. Also, there's some talk of this thing called CommandBox Bullet Train that gives you a really nice shell. If you're on Windows, however, you may upgrade to CommandBox 4 and you may just see something like this. It doesn't look nearly as pretty and you don't have that cool prompt. So how do you get your screen to look like all the other ones? So there's two things here. There's the 256 color support, and there's also the CommandBox Bullet Train module. If you're on a Mac, chances are your built-in terminal will automatically support 256 colors. If you're on Windows, chances are your built-in shell will only support 16 colors. How do you tell? We have a new command here called System Colors. You can run this, and it will output, or it will attempt to output all 256 colors. Now, as you can see, I'm using a regular Windows CMD prompt here. So this is really only 16 colors. And we have a note here that says your terminal does not support 256 colors. You only support 16. And this is really just the same 16 colors over and over again. So it's not nearly as pretty. Now, there's no way to work around this on Windows. You're just stuck with 16 colors. So what we recommend you doing, if you really want those pretty colors, is to go download a new terminal called ConEMU. There's a handful of ones that all support more colors. I really like ConEMU. It's free and it's pretty quick and easy to download. I use this as my replacement for the regular Windows command prompt. You won't need to do anything. It'll automatically support 256 colors out of the box. Here's ConEMU here. It has a nice little tabbed interface, and you can see that the CommandBox ASCII art has a nice little gradient happening. And if we run the system colors command here inside of ConEMU, you'll see a much prettier output. Now we actually have 256 distinct colors, and these grays are also all visible as opposed to just kind of rounding up and down to either black or white. So that's the first step to getting the colors in place. The next step is the shell, or the prompt rather, and you'll want to go run over to ForgeBox and check out this package here called CommandBox Bullet Train. This is a module you can install in the CommandBox, and this will give you that pretty prompt that looks different. This is specific to CommandBox 4. And to install it, you just want to run install CommandBox Bullet Train. So let's install that real quick. Install CommandBox Bullet Train. Okay, so immediately the prompt begins showing up. Now, there's an additional step you'll need to do, but I've already done because I cheated a little bit, and that is you'll want to install a special font. Otherwise, these little triangle-shaped characters won't show up correctly. If you go back and you look at the ForgeBox page, you'll see a section called Fonts, and I tell you exactly how to do this. So you can click this little link here, and there is a repository full of what's known as Powerline patched fonts. The CommandBox Bullet Train is based on the Powerline family of shells, and they all use this special little triangle character, which isn't in the standard Unicode characters. I really am a fan of the Deja Vu Sans Mono font. You can come in here and you can just get the regular Deja Vu Sans Mono for Powerline. In fact, if you click on this directly from GitHub, you can just hit View Raw. It'll download in your browser, and then you can just open it up and you can hit the install button. This will install it right into your computer immediately. Once you do that, you can choose that font over in ConEMU by going to Settings, and you just choose it here in the dropdown. So I have the Deja Vu Sans Mono for Powerline is the font that's selected. You do not have to use ConEMU to use the Bullet Train module. It just looks nicer. The font support in the Windows CMD is not nearly as pretty. If we come over here and reload my Windows command shell, you can see that it'll pick up the Powerline font. On Windows 7, you get some weird spaces in here. It looks better in Windows 10. And you can choose the same font in Windows. In Windows 7, you kind of have to hack at the registry. In Windows 10, you can just they show up here automatically. I really do recommend just making a jump over to ConEMU. It's way better control of your fonts, and it supports those pretty colors out of the box. So the way that the Bullet Train prompt works is that it shows up differently based on the current directory you're in. So right now you can see the screen check mark means the last command that I ran completed successfully. If I come up with a bogus command, you'll see you'll have a red X, tells me my last command failed. Also, if your command takes over a few hundred milliseconds, it'll show you how long the previous command took to run. That can be kind of handy, so I can come in here and I can do a sleep, tell it to sleep for 1,000 seconds. And we'll see the previous command ran for a little over 1,000 milliseconds. You have the current time of day, the current version of the CLI. Ignore this number, I just have that there for testing. Shows you the current directory you're sitting at, shows you the name of the current package you're sitting in, tells you the server that you've last started in this directory as well as that server status. And if this folder is a Git repository, it'll also show you the name of the branch you're on as well as the number of changes that are ready to commit. And so as we move around the folder structure on my hard drive, you can see that different cars drop on and off this bullet train based on whether or not they're applicable. So my sandbox folder is not a Git repository, and I've never started a server, so the server car and the Git repo car disappear on me. So that's that. Go ahead and hop into Slack and ask us if you have any questions. But again, for Windows users, recommend ConEMU. For Mac users, Terminal works pretty good, and you can just install that Bullet Train module. It's also fully customizable. You can change every single color in the bullet train. You can even change the order of the bullet trains. You can even create custom cars for the bullet train as well. So this should help you feel more productive. It's really nice when you're working around your hard drive and you can kind of see at a moment's glance information about the folder you're in. And it'll also make your coworkers jealous of how cool your CLI looks. Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.